So number 7, we changed the domain to -14 to -10 for the third piece. They want to know what these three pieces would look like if they were all graphed on the same screen. There are a couple ways to do these piecewise functions. You could graph these three different lines and then only show the pieces you're supposed to look at for each little domain. Or you could make a table of values and plug in different x's and y's based on the different domains they're giving me. Okay? So which way should we look at it? The table way? Okay. So it's basically saying y equals -6 when the x's go from -10 to 2. All right? Anytime x is between -10 and 2, including 2, but not -10. Did you hear what I just said? Okay. Anytime x is between -10 and 2, including 2, but not -10, what's y? It must be -6. Okay, so let's start with this left x, -10, and end with this right x, 2. And we know that y must be what? -6 both times and everywhere in between. All right? The greater than without the line means this will be an open circle. With the line means it'll be a closed circle. So let's put an open dot at -10, -6. Right about there. And let's put a closed dot at 2, -6. Right there. And then in between, it should always be stuck on -6. So it's a horizontal line from -10 to +2, stuck down there at -6. All right? Keep in mind the final's a multiple choice test, so you'll be looking for the graph that would match it. Right? Next. Let's try this one. Let's try this one. We'll do it in black. Okay? So we'll start at the left point 4 and the right point 16, and we'll plug those x's into this equation. Now there's an x here. It can take in an x, and you can return the y that goes with it. So what if you did -2 times 4? You'd get -8. What if you took -2 times the right endpoint, 16? You'd get -32, which is kind of annoying because it's going to be off the screen. They didn't give you a very, very good graph here. These are both open circles because it's not equal to. We're multiplying because this says y must be -2 times x. Okay? So there's one point at 4, -8, and it's an open circle. And the other one is at 16, -32, which is way down there, and it's going to be an open circle. They didn't give you a good grid. But if I'm trying to graph this, what should the slope be? So what you could do is you could, go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, and make a line that goes like that. Sorry it's off the screen, but it's going to be way down there at 16, -32. All right, so that's what that second piece looks like. The other one is the line x plus 2. We'll do that one in red. So its left endpoint is -14. Its right endpoint is -10. And what kind of circles should it have? Both closed circles. To find out the y that goes with those x's, plug these two x's into this equation and add 2. What's -14 plus 2? -12. What's -10 plus 2? negative 8. So those should be the two endpoints for that red piece. Negative 14, comma, negative 12. Negative 14, negative 12, right about there. And negative 10, comma, negative 8, right about there. What should the slope be? In the line x plus 2. 1. What would the y-intercept be if I was allowed to keep going up? Look, it would hit right there at 2. Except we're not allowed to draw that blue part because it says to stop graphing this line when x gets to negative 10. So you only see the red piece. And that would be the piecewise function. That would be the graph. Okay? Number 7.